You know that little machine on the counter where you tap your card? Okay, get this. In Greece, that seemingly simple device is rapidly becoming, well, like the command center for small businesses.
Yeah, exactly.
Forget just taking payments. We're talking about running your whole show from one integrated system.
It's a fascinating evolution, really. Payment processing and, core business operations are converging for these small to medium businesses and freelancers too across Greece.
Yeah,
It's really about simplifying their day-to-day.
absolutely. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. The Connect All-in-One service.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the Inside Scoop, a document detailing all its features and benefits, our mission, to understand how this all-in-one approach is tackling the real needs of businesses right now, especially with those new rules requiring tightly linked cash registers and card terminals.
Right, that regulation. It isn't just a bureaucratic hurdle, actually. You could argue it's pushing Greek small businesses towards, more efficient digital infrastructure.
Yeah, which could ultimately boost their competitiveness, right?
Yeah. Indeed. That mandate for integrated systems has been a significant catalyst. It's prompting businesses to seek out these unified solutions rather than sort of juggling separate devices.
So let's get to the heart of it. Why are these all-in-one services gaining traction? Our source material points to two key drivers. First, today's card terminals are surprisingly powerful.
They really are.
They've moved way beyond just processing payments. They have the capacity to handle so much more.
That's right. The technology underneath it all has advanced considerably. It allows for expanded functions within, like a single piece of hardware. Opens up a whole world beyond just the transaction itself.
Right. But what about maybe the learning curve? Is that still a hurdle for some small vendors, even with this tech?
That's a fair point. There's always some adjustment. But the second major factor specific to Greece is this mandatory connection between cash registers and card terminals you mentioned. This legal requirement has really accelerated the shift towards these modern integrated all-in-one solutions. One device basically doing the job of both the old cash register and the separate card machine.
Exactly. That mandatory integration has been a substantial push, hasn't it? Encouraging businesses to explore these unified systems.
Instead of managing disparate ones, yeah.
Now, who exactly is this Connect All-in-One service designed for? Our document clearly outlines the target audience, individual or small businesses, and those vital freelancers. We're talking about anyone who needs to issue sales receipts, invoices, for both retail and wholesale, plus service receipts and invoices.
Hi.
It's particularly geared towards businesses that are maybe currently using a simple traditional cash register. So it's kind of a natural upgrade path.
Precisely. Like that street vendor you mentioned earlier. One device to manage the sale and the payment, all seamless.
And to really illustrate who could benefit, the document gives us a whole load of examples. It's quite eye-opening, actually.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, we're talking about your neighborhood street market vendors, those fantastic beauty salons and barbershops, even dry cleaners, those charming little gift and accessory shops we all pop into.
Right, the everyday places.
The list keeps going. Clothing stores, freelancers like electricians and plumbers, anyone providing services on the go, small tourism businesses like scooter or beach umbrella rentals.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense for them.
Even your local liquor store, those shops selling nuts and dried fruit, takeaway coffee places, car repair shops, pet stores, paint and tool retailers, convenience stores, bakeries, fruit and veg stalls, butchers, fish markets, even various cleaning and maintenance services. It really covers a huge range.
What stands out is just the sheer diversity of businesses, isn't it? It shows how this kind of integration can streamline operations across so many different sectors, not just one niche industry.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. What exactly makes up this Connect All-in-One service? What are the core components? Well, it's a combination of some pretty smart tech. First, there's the POS A8900 terminal. This is highlighted as a very modern device for taking all sorts of card payments, debit, credit, prepaid, you name it.
So that's the hardware for the payment side. Secure, efficient, probably got all the latest security features too, which is crucial.
You'd assume so, yeah. Then we have the Epsilon Smart Tamiac. Now, this sounds very forward-thinking. It's described as a cloud-based digital cash register service.
Cloud-based, okay. So no more bulky old machines cluttering up the counter.
Exactly. And being cloud-based means your data isn't just stuck on that one machine, right? If the terminal breaks, your records should be safe and accessible somewhere else. That's a huge plus compared to the old ways.
Oh, absolutely. That shift to cloud offers big benefits: accessibility, data backup, maybe even remote management.
And the third key element is Epsilon Digital. They're a licensed e-invoicing provider.
Ah, okay.
Their role is critical because they ensure the business complies with tax regulations without needing a separate fiscal gadget or, a certified cash register. It's all built right in.
So Epsilon Digital is officially authorized to handle the digital tax documents. Make sure it's all legal and secure.
That's the idea. This e-invoicing part is vital for tax compliance in Greece, and having it integrated just simplifies what can be a really complex area for small business owners.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But it gets even more interesting when you see how these parts work together. This system can automatically pull customer details directly from the General Secretariat of Information Systems.
Really? Okay, that's clever.
Think about how much faster that makes issuing invoices. That's a significant time saver and, less chance of typos when entering customer info manually.
Definitely a considerable efficiency gain, minimizing that manual entry and the risk of mistakes.
It also handles both retail and wholesale pricing, allows for discounts, and automatically calculates the VAT, so it takes care of a lot of the number crunching.
The support for different pricing and auto VAT calculation makes it adaptable, doesn't it, for all those different business types we listed?
Exactly. That adaptability seems crucial. And it's not just about straightforward sales. It can handle various ways of calculating value by number of items, by the hour, whatever. Our source document specifically says it's designed to mimic the functions of a traditional cash register.
Ah, that's smart.
Which should make the transition much smoother for businesses used to that way of working.
That kind of thoughtful design, mirroring the old workflows, should really ease the adoption process, especially for users maybe less comfortable with totally new digital interfaces.
Plus, businesses get flexibility in how they describe items on documents, VAT categories, general descriptions, detailed ones. It adapts. And here's a nice touch: you can even email receipts and invoices.
Oh, that's handy.
Talk about convenience for both the business and the customer. Saves paper, too.
Yeah, definitely reduces paper usage and caters to customers who prefer digital records anyway.
So let's just zoom in a bit on that Epsilon Smart Team Yak again. We know it's modern, cloud-based, digital cash register service.
Yeah.
But the key point seems to be that it manages the electronic issuing of those crucial tax documents through their certified partner, Epsilon Digital.
Okay, so that certified provider aspect is important.
Yeah.
Ensures compliance and security.
Exactly. Having that certified provider handle the e-invoicing adds a layer of trust and reliability to the whole thing.
Makes sense.
Okay, so we understand what the Connect all-in-one service is, who it's for. But the big question, what are the actual tangible benefits for a business owner who signs up?
Yeah, the so what factor.
Precisely. Well, our document lists several pretty compelling advantages. First off, portability and flexibility. Imagine issuing receipts from pretty much anywhere with a device that's got a long-lasting battery.
That's huge for those mobile businesses, like
Yeah.
the street vendors or plumbers.
Total game changer. And as the document rightly points out, having it all in one device eliminates those frustrating connection problems you sometimes get between separate cash registers and POS terminals.
Oh, absolutely. That eliminates a common headache right there.
And here's a really significant one: automatic submission to My Data. That's the Greek tax authority's digital reporting system.
Ah, okay. So no manual sending of sales data.
Apparently not. With traditional registers, you have to do a daily closeout and then manually submit the data like an e-send. This system automates that whole process,
Wow.
which not only saves serious time, but also helps businesses avoid potential fines for, incorrect or late submissions.
That automatic submission is a massive advantage. Reduces the admin burden and ensures compliance without that daily manual chore. Think of the hours saved, time they can spend on customers or strategy.
Totally. They also highlight the flexibility in issuing documents and that handy email delivery option again.
Right.
Being able to print one unified receipt, the tax document and the payment slip together, or just email it, saves time and paper. Kind of a win-win for efficiency and being a bit greener.
That unified receipt simplifies things for everyone, and the email option is just convenient, less physical stuff to store.
Then there's the crucial bit: tax compliance. The service is fully compliant with that AAE decision 1158/2023 about interconnection that we talked about.
Good. That's non-negotiable.
Plus, using a certified e-invoicing provider like Epsilon Digital brings extra benefits like strong data security.
So it ticks the compliance boxes and adds security through the certified provider. That's reassuring for businesses.
And for owners who work closely with an accountant, this is a major plus. The system can automatically transfer financial data straight to the accountant's software.
Oh, nice. No more shoeboxes full of receipts then.
Hopefully not. No more piles of paper or manual data entry. That automatic transfer just streamlines the whole accounting process, saves time, reduces errors.
That seamless data flow between the business and their accountant could really improve efficiency and accuracy in managing the finances.
There's also a mention of potential integration with the Go for More rewards program.
Okay, interesting.
Which could be a valuable tool for businesses looking to build customer loyalty, maybe encourage repeat visits.
Yeah, integrating with rewards programs can be a smart way to boost customer engagement and retention.
And finally, they emphasize a high level of support, which is important, right?
Absolutely crucial.
For the Epsilon Smart Tamiya Costware, you get help with the initial setup, phone support, even a ticketing system for queries.
Okay, pretty comprehensive.
And for the PX A8900 terminal itself, separate support is provided by EDPS. So it sounds like they've got you covered on both the software and hardware fronts.
Good. Accessible and reliable support is essential, especially when you're adopting a new system that's so central to your operations.
Now let's talk money, the financial side. What does this Connect all-in-one service actually cost?
Always the important question.
Our document breaks it down. First, the PX A8900 terminal. It's a one-time purchase, and there's a special offer price. €199.
199. Okay, that special offer makes the hardware cost pretty accessible for small businesses, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Lowers the barrier to entry.
Seems like it. Then there's device support. That's a semi-annual fee, so every 6 months, of $47.40. It's worth noting, though, there's a minimum support period of 2 years. The document says the remaining 3 6-month support fees will be collected later.
Right, so you need to factor in that minimum 2-year support commitment when looking at the overall cost. Understanding the terms is key for budgeting.
Definitely. Then the Epsilon Smart Tamiya H license. That's an annual cost of $120,000 per year. But interestingly, this includes the first year of use and support and a huge chunk of e-invoicing credits, 120,000 of them.
Ah, so they bundle the license, first-year support, and the e-invoicing credits together for that 121. That simplifies things for year one, offers clarity and convenience.
Seems that way. Now, the initial configuration and connection with the e-invoicing provider, that usually costs €120,000, but it's currently being offered for free. €0.
Oh, nice. That's a significant saving right at the start. Waiving the config fee makes the upfront cost even more attractive. Encourages people to jump in.
And finally, there's an annual software support service for €60.
Okay, another annual fee.
Yeah, and it's clarified that Epsilon Net handles these annual charges starting from the second year onwards.
Good to know how the ongoing costs are managed after that first year. Transparency on long-term costs is important.
So if you add up all these special offer prices, before VAT, the total comes to $426.40 initial outlay, plus the ongoing support and license fees.
Right. And when you add the Greek VAT, either 24% or 17% depending on the region, I believe the total offer price is either $528.74 or $514.81 respectively.
Okay, providing the total with VAT gives businesses that clear picture of the actual financial commitment up front, allows them to assess properly.
So to sum it all up then, this Connect all-in-one service really does seem like a comprehensive solution for small businesses in Greece today.
It looks that way.
The key takeaways are definitely the streamlined operations, the built-in tax compliance, and just that modern approach to handling payments and invoicing.
Yeah, it seems to effectively address the challenges and the new requirements in Greece by packing essential functions into one portable device. It's really about providing a unified platform, isn't it? Simplifying those complex processes and hopefully empowering small business owners to focus on their actual business.
Their core activities, exactly.
And for you, the listener, it's pretty clear how this kind of integrated solution could genuinely save time, reduce those admin headaches we all hate, and ultimately free up business owners to concentrate on what they do best, running and growing their business.
It's about leveraging tech to create efficiency and just reduce the friction in those day-to-day operations, empowering owners while keeping them compliant.
Absolutely. So here's a final thought for you to maybe mull over. As business tools and, government regulations become more and more interconnected, how might this trend continue to reshape the way small businesses operate in the future?
Good question.
And what other areas of running a business could potentially benefit from similar all-in-one integrated solutions down the line? Definitely something worth pondering.